The Brave browser has always been one of those programs that's come across as a little bit sketchy to me, and I've always tried to avoid it. From the questionable business model to the past behaviour of the CEO, Brave has always been one of those projects I've wanted to stay away from. And I think a lot of people have been thinking the exact same thing, and those people have recently once again been justified in their position in distrusting Brave, as recently they've been caught doing sketchy things yet again. What they've been doing is essentially injecting their own referral links into certain search results. Essentially what that means, if you go onto a certain web page, the browser will automatically try to push you to go to Brave's referral link instead of the normal link. This essentially means that Brave will profit from your usage of certain services without your knowledge, or at least they will try to. Now, the services Brave have been hijacking has mostly been sort of cryptocurrency related, and these services have a partnership with Brave, so you might argue that you don't use these services and therefore it doesn't matter. However, this shows a huge disrespect to user trust on Brave's part, and it now means that we won't be able to trust them in the future. For example, if Brave is willing to inject their referral links into cryptocurrency sites, is there any reason why they wouldn't do that for Amazon and other pages? Now, with such a huge violation of user trust, you would assume that the CEO would be forced to apologise for this. However, they didn't, and instead they claim that this was completely ethical and was inspired by features of other browsers. However, this isn't at all true, as other browsers don't profit from that sort of thing, whereas Brave does. However, despite Brave's lack of apology, they are on course to remove this malicious feature, and it is in fact possible to disable this feature in the browser settings. However, this should not have been the default. So I think in conclusion I just need to say very rarely will I ever say do not use a piece of software. And I'm not even saying that in the case of Brave. If you find what a piece of software is doing to be completely acceptable to you, then by all means you should use it. But what I would ask is that you should evaluate what's happened with the Brave browser in the past, their overall business model and the behaviour of their CEO in the past, and consider whether or not Brave browser is really worth using and, in fact financially supporting. After all, if you like Brave, then it is possible to replicate most, if not all, of its features and, sort of privacy additions and that sort of thing with ungoogled Chromium and a few add-ons. But ultimately, that is something for you to decide.